I don't want to say anything incriminating on camera, but whenever I tested these putters,
Yeah.
the testing I got was
Welcome back to Tour Validated. My name is DJ, joined by Wade, and we are at the Odyssey Ai ONE Putter event. It is a little below Phoenix temperature here. We're in the 50s. It's trying to. We're in the 30s actually. Thank you. We're in the 30s. It feels it. But we're here going through the new tech in the Ai ONE Putter line, and we're gonna sit down and hit some putts with legendary putting coach Stephen Sweeney. He's gonna take us through maybe some setup, maybe what putters we should use, grips, all the above. I don't know what we're gonna get into, but it's gonna be fun.
Excited.
Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification.
Ding ding.
so. Tell me.
I mean, I don't know enough about where I'm at with putting. I've kind of always just played face balance putters.
Okay. Just out of habit, or
Habit.
He's just good. And he's very handsome.
Never taken lessons, nothing, anywhere in the golf game. So putting especially, but I putted with Bullseye growing up just because that's what I had.
Okay.
And then got into stuff face balance, just felt easier. And that
good
was it.
putter, bad putter?
I would say average. I'm not
Okay.
like, it's streaky. Actually, streaky is a better way to look at it. You know, I get hot. I usually hit a lot of greens, but if I get hot with putter, that's my low rounds.
Okay.
So if there is a weakness or an area to make it some subtle improvements, it's probably right here.
Would you say there's any particular miss that you have, like toe, heel, high, low?
On the putter, it would be toe.
Toe.
And then as far as misses, I tend to kind of wave at it maybe a little bit, so my miss would be right.
Okay.
I don't know if those correlate.
Those do correlate. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be kind of where I'm at with those.
Good stroke.
So if you say don't change anything, I wouldn't be upset. So what I ordered, and I've been messing around as of late, I putted with counterbalance. I had a short stint playing professionally, counterbalance putter, and then they kind of made a resurgence. It feels good, just kind of went back to it. So you could tell me that's a terrible idea, stay at this length. I have no preference really other than, you know.
I mean, obviously you're hooping everything, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to oversimplify this, and you feel like, you know, we didn't really change anything. And I also don't want to overcomplicate it because you don't need overcomplication.
I grew up on a farm.
Right,
I'm simple as you can give it to me.
right. So
Throwing hay
the
bale.
way you set up to the putter,
Yeah.
if you were to sort of, let's say you were to tie a piece of string through your center, okay, and let it hang down,
Okay.
ideally your hands would fall underneath that point, right? So basically from like the top of your armpits through your sternum, right? And then if we took everything down there, you're actually outside that.
Okay.
So what happens is with any club, okay, watch this. Any club, you take it back.
Yep.
Where does it want to go? Wants to fall inside, right?
Yep.
Take it back. Wants to fall inside.
Yep.
What happens when it falls inside? It opens.
Yep.
So what happens is when we get the center of mass of the putter outside basically our own body center, okay, those two things don't match up. So what happens is we take it back and then it wants to almost shallow.
Yeah,
so it
I do
falls
it in my golf swing too.
right? So it all, like, for want of a better word, it almost shallows.
Yeah.
But as it shallows, it opens.
So that would make sense for the open face toe miss.
That's it. You literally need you need to move your feet and your sternum, so your feet like an inch closer to the ball.
Okay.
And feel like you have a little bit more forward bend.
Okay.
Now, all of a sudden, look.
Yep.
That drops right down into the center of that grip.
Yep.
So now from there, as you move, I guarantee you hit this one in the middle of the face.
Yeah, I did. I hit it right in the middle.
Right in the middle. I mean, I was watching that line, went right through the middle of the golf ball.
So
go back the other way. So go further away from it.
Yeah.
Get your hands outside your body.
Yeah.
Now, watch what happens. You're gonna toe this.
Yeah.
Way off the toe.
So it's as simple as just.
It's super simple.
But it isn't changing too much. It's just very subtle.
Oh no, it's super simple. So we basically a little closer. We want the center of the grip.
Yep.
Okay. Once we've got the right lie angle and everything, we want the center of that grip on a straight line coming up right into the top of the armpits in your sternum.
Yep.
And now from there, you can't miss the center of the face. If you stay there and don't move, you won't miss the center of the face. Beautiful.
That's so interesting.
That's
how
right out of the middle.
Just a little subtle. So it's not, you know, I expected it to be more like, we're gonna fix stroke, we gotta fix line angle. It's like, we're gonna send a tweak. And is that usually what you see with these guys? They're like, I don't know what's wrong. You're like, I need the like slightest tweak. And they're like,
I would say less than 5% of all my teaching I've ever done has been telling people how to move the putter.
Right.
Everything else, 95% or more even, is all comes back to how do you set up?
Right.
What type of putter do you have? How does that match your stroke mechanics? How do you see straight? All the visual stuff.
Yeah.
But like actually trying to manipulate the putter head to move in a certain way.
Right.
I hate that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think if you're trying to manipulate it as a good player, something else is already off, right?
Right, right. So would you be against a 38-inch if it's still matched?
Where your middle of your hands are, where you're gripping it.
Yeah.
If this is longer here, I don't care. I'm worried about where your right and left hand are, where that center of mass is here on your grip.
Because for whatever reason, it feels good there. I'm not opposed to this feel, but I don't know, it's a comfort thing.
That's going to be
fine. But if
fine.
I can just change setup to match this setup, then you're like, I don't care.
A little bit more forward bend, 1 inch closer to the ball, and you're good. That's literally all you're trying to do. And you're going to hit the middle of the putter.
One other question I have, what are your thoughts on line versus no line? Or is it putter dependent? Is it player dependent? Or are you strong one way?
Everyone's completely different. Okay. So without kind of sounding a little too nerdy, there's something called vernier acuity, which is actually just the medical name for the physiology of your eyes. So, I mean, how nice did you hit that one?
So good.
Everybody sees shapes differently.
Right.
So, like for me, when I put a line on the ball, it actually generally looks curved.
Yep.
So what I tend to do is I have a dot on the top of my putter.
Yeah.
And then I actually just use the maker's name.
Yep.
So I know it's curved anyway, basically, but it's just in the general direction.
Okay.
Whereas there's other guys like I teach that they, like a really good example would be Aaron Wise.
Yep.
Aaron's, with the brooms, turned himself into top 20 putter in the world, right?
Yeah.
Aaron is so perfect with the line.
Yeah.
He went away from the line, he's not that good with it.
Right.
But he's so good with the line. So everyone's a little bit different.
It's interesting because I like the line, I think. But
something to play around with.
When I putt here with no line, I feel so free.
So that's the other thing. It does tend to free people up without the line on speed putts.
Right.
And obviously the story that we're telling with this putter is all speed.
Right.
And you know, this was the first, when I came on staff at Callaway, this was the first new project that started afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And to see this one in production, all the way from concept to reality, and to understand in the background with all the players on tour and amateur golfers how important speed is, and then match that to actually being free to control your speed, it's so important. So I would say line versus no line, it's like age-old argument, but you know, you gotta, I think on speed putts, probably maybe no line, you know, if anything.
I mean, if you have a 5-footer that's inside right, there's some freedom to know that I have this lined up, I'm looking at, you step in, you hit it.
100%.
When you have a putt that's a breaking putt, it almost feels a little bit more free, just let your eyes do it, aim, get your speed
100%.
Right. Because you see how
for you right now, it's way more important to get that like center contact.
Oh yeah.
And then the rest got to take care of itself.
I think that's where a lot of my 3 putts would be stemmed from, is just mishits across the face. So you're getting now better posture, so I'm centering it more.
Yeah.
Plus you get the tech that's in the head. I feel like...
I don't want to say anything incriminating on camera, but whenever I tested these putters, the testing I got was way higher than the 21% they showed earlier.
It's better than 21%.
Way higher.
If I had a robot here doing the same stroke all the time, from a heel to a toe to a center, how much closer would it be? How much closer to dispersion?
So we've done a ton of testing, players, robots, so the whole thing, 20% tighter dispersion.
Oh, that's just, okay, at this distance is quite a bit.
for top level players, they never miss the center of the club face on a noticeable amount.
Yeah.
From 8 feet and in. From 30 feet, they only hit the center of the club face where it wasn't no longer noticeable loss.
Yeah.
3 times out of 10.
Wow.
That's why this is so important.
And that's the best in the world.
Best in the world.
Best in the world.
That was collected through the playoffs. That data that I have. That's not Callaway's data, but that's mine. And obviously the best 125 in the world at that point, you know?
Wow. All right, well, so now I know what I have to do.
Boom.
You hit it in the middle, it does make it a little easier.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate it, thank you.
All right. Great to meet you.
Yeah, you too, likewise.
Okay. I would even still go down the grip just a touch on that. And then still want you to feel more rounded.
Okay.
Not from your hips, just like relax your shoulders and let your head look down on the ball.
Okay.
Now, if you pick the putter up off the ground, just bring your elbows, increase your elbow bend, and make a putt over the top of the ball without hitting it.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Now, feel how you move your shoulders from there.
Yep.
Now, I want you to go back and stand up really tall, put the putter out from you, and try and rock your shoulders.
It's a lot harder.
You see how differently the putter moves?
Yep.
So posture massively affects putter movement.
Yep.
So if I'm standing up here,
Yep.
kind of like I showed the video with Colin,
Yep.
up here, and it's out in front of me, the putter wants to do this.
Okay.
If I get more forward bend from my spine, shoulders go this way, head down, then as I move my shoulders from there, putter wants to work way more neutral back and forward.
Okay.
So that's going to really help with that miss that you have. Give me a little bit more right than that. There, this should be good. Here we go.
That's it.
Those first couple you just aimed left.
Yeah.
That should be good there. Good putt.
That's a good roll.
Very good putt.
So you reckon go this over a plumber's neck?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these two necks, right? So it's then more a case of what do you like looking at? But yeah, absolutely. Beautiful roll. You, see, here's where it kind of gets into that situation of, do you like looking at something a little bit more square maybe?
Right.
Than looking at like more shape that's on the 7? Boom.
Yeah, I think I prefer looking at this.
Yeah, you like looking at that. And that's why, you know, whenever you're getting fitted for a putter, there's a lot of things to consider. And probably one of the most underrated things is shape.
Yeah?
Because shape frames the ball,
Right.
and shape helps us aim. So you've got the alignment aids, but you've also got just the general shape of the putter.
Right.
Now, weird question to ask for a putter fitting.
Yeah.
What ball do you play?
I play the Pro V1 X Left Dash.
Super firm ball?
Yeah.
So again, then probably we wouldn't want to put you into the one milled.
Okay.
Want to get you in this because it's going to come off slightly softer with that firm ball. I mean, it's such a difference.
That's just stupid. Okay.
That's a crazy difference.
Even
from putter to putter, even with the same posture change, it's a huge difference.
Feels right. It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. It just feels like I just have to point and shoot kind of a thing. Thank you.
Absolutely, no problem at all.
That. Pretty cool. Got my fitting done. Yep. And went to something that we thought was pretty standard for me, which was something in a plumber's neck. Yep. 34 inches long, which is what I play now. Mm-hmm. Then we finished up with Stephen Sweeney. He's like, wrong, idiot. And I'm like, wow, okay. So now we're going to a double bend, back to my double wide, which I've used this shape many times before. But really working on my posture and coming to the ball and really, and obviously as you can see, coming over the top of the ball and then just utilizing my shoulders more than anything. And it just has taken away, and the release of the ball just feels so much better. And the fact that I've gone from one to the other is pretty eye-opening to me.
And the fact that it just took 5 minutes for him to just turn around and say, just try this and move into that was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. He is someone obviously that's world renowned, works with some of the best players in the world. Colin Morikawa.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Cold Morikawa. Obviously someone of note, and you know, it was interesting. I thought, as someone who's not big getting lessons, I'm not into the tech. I really just don't like that stuff. I don't need more stuff going on in my brain. He kept it super simple, and he's like, that's pretty regular for what I do with tour players. Like 5% of people I'm really touching the stroke at all. It's mostly just setup, posture, making sure the club is in the right spot for that person. For me, just some little tweaks on how I stood over a golf ball. All of a sudden I start hitting it right in the middle.
Right.
Amazing.
Did you change the putter you're getting, or are you sticking to what you got?
No, he said putter I'm getting is fine. Okay. He's happy with that. It's just a slight setup adjustment. I hit it more in the middle. That speed control improves, skid improves, all that fun stuff, and hopefully make more putts. So.
What's the one you're getting?
I am getting the Odyssey Ai ONE milled 7T.
Yep.
Show it to the camera there.
And I will be getting the Odyssey Ai ONE double wide.
You know what I thought was interesting that he mentioned to you, because of the ball that you play.
This is true.
Is a firmer golf ball.
He wanted me to go with the softer insert.
He wanted him to go with a softer insert. Stuff you don't really think about.
Nope.
Obviously the mill is like, I want to play something that's mill. I like the feel of the mill. And he's like, well, that doesn't match the ball.
Yep.
So really something to really pay attention to as you look into putters is pay attention to the ball you use.
Yep, I agree.
Just like when you're hitting a driver or going through any other club fitting, you're paying attention to the ball. So make sure if you're getting a putter fitting, for example, you're using the ball that you would use, just to make sure those numbers are accurate.
100%.
But boy, is it cold.
It is freezing.
My knee is moving a lot. I'm having a hard time.
That's a wrap for tonight.
We will not go to the heaters though. Not going.
We're in the Rockies. It'd be a little rockier. My hands are so cold I can't actually do anything.
This actually has a mic in it.
Hello.
Check.
How good is that, huh?
There's a mic in this.
So good.
Yeah. welcome to Tour Validated. DJ here with Wade. We're at the Odyssey event, dropping putters. But we're here for the new Ai ONE putting event. We're here. We're gonna get a putter fitting from Stephen Sweeney, and I'm gonna restart this because this is a complete debacle.